Hello, boys and girls. I am Ms. Moran, and welcome back to your math lesson. Today, we will continue counting, recognizing the numbers from 11 to 20. Remember, all of this is very important because in our everyday life, there's numbers everywhere, and we need to learn how to count objects as well. So remember, we need to be able to write the number, identify the number, and count up to that number. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's get started. So today we're going to be talking about number 13 and number 14. So I'm going to start with number 13 and then we'll talk about number 14. This is what number 13 looks like. And to write it, look at this arrow so I can write it. It's going to be a 1 and a 3 together makes 13. So first to make the 1, you start on the top and you come down this way to make the 1. And to make the 3, you do a curve around and then another curve around. That makes number 13. So if you can, with your finger, write it in the air like I am. Do the 1 coming down, and then do the 3 curving around, and then curving around again. That's number 13. This is how number 13 looks on a 10 frame. Remember, when the 10 frame is filled up, it means it has 10 dots in there already, or 10 circles. So you just continue counting. So you will say 10, 11, 12, and 13. So when you make 13, you have 10 dots already, and then you add 3 more to make 13. And here's a different way to show 13. So let's count the dots together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Good job. Okay, so now we're going to look at different ways to make 13. So right here we have the number 13 written down. We already practiced how to write it in the air. We took the number 13 is when you have 10 dots in a 10 frame plus 3 more. So you have 10 and then you keep counting. You say 10, 11, 12, and 13. We also looked at this one and we counted all the dots and we realized it was 13. So now let's go to the next page. And here we're just going to continue counting up to 13. So this is how you can show 13. You can show 2 hands, then put the 2 hands down and bring another hand with 3 fingers to make 13. Let's count the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Good job. And now we're going to count all these cows. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So in a number line or in the numbers, number 13 comes in between 12 and 14. So when we count, it's first is 12, then 13, and then 14. And right here, if you remember, these are tally marks. This is how number 13 looks in tally marks. So let's count the tally marks. Remember that the ones that come across, the stick that comes across, we also have to count that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Good job. Remember, when I'm counting, you're also supposed to be counting, so it helps you practice counting. Okay? So now let's talk about number 14. The first number we're going to be looking at today is number 14, and this is what number 14 looks like. And the way we write it, look at this arrow. This is how we write it. First, we're going to draw the 1, and you go from the top, and then you go down. That way you can draw 1. And then to draw the 4, first you draw down, then across, and then you go from up here and then down again. So that's how you write number 14. So if you can, try to write it in the air, do the 1 and then the 4 to make the 14. Remember, this is number 14. This is how number 14 looks on 10 frames. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. This is a 10 frame and it has 10 squares. So when all of the squares are filled up, you don't have to count all of them because you already know there's 10 in there. So you just continue counting. So you say 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So to make number 14, you have 10 dots on a 10 frame and then 4 more. So you have 10 in here and then 4 more to get 14. Here's a different way to see number 14, and we can count the dots together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so now let's practice making 14. So these are different ways that you can show the number 14. 14, this is how 14 looks. It's a 1 and a 4 together. But when you see them, you don't say 1 and 4. You say 14. This is the name of the name of the number, 14. And like I told you before, 14, when you make it on a 10 frame, you do a 10 frame that is filled up with 10 dots. And then in another 10 frame, you add 4 more. So one's filled up and then 4 more to make 14. And here it shows how to make 14 with that. So let's go to the next page. So with your hands, you can make number 14 or show it by showing two hands. You show your both hands with all the fingers, and then you put your hand down, and then you bring it back up and show your hand with just 4 fingers. So let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Good job. Here we have 14 objects or 14 cows. So we're going to count them. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Good job. And in the numbers, number 14 comes in between 13 and 15. So when we're counting, first we say 13, then 14, then 15. So 13, 14, and 15. This is what number 14 looks like with tally marks. So let's count them. Remember, you have to count the line that comes across as well. So you ready? All right, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Good job. So now let's talk about your homework. So for today's homework, we're going to be filling out our all about poster. We're going to do number 13 and 14. So if you have yours ready and you want to do it with me, bring it out now, or you can also do it after you see the video. So today we're going to work first on number 13. So this is all about 13. So this is how you write 13. The 13 is a 1 and a 3 that are together, right? So the 1, you start from the top and you go to the bottom. Remember, use a pencil in case you make a mistake. I'm only using a marker so that you're able to see it a little bit better. And then we're going to do the 3. The 3 curves around and then another curve around. So you curve it around and then another curve around. 13. The name is 13, and this is how you spell 13. It's a T H I R T E and N. Remember, if you need more time, you can pause it right now, right here, and then write it. And then you can push play when you're ready to go. Here it says tally marks, and we looked at the tally marks earlier. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come across, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, come across, and then 10, 11, 12, and 13. What it can look like, so the 13 might look like this, or with the fancy 1. Sometimes you can see like a fancy 3, like that. A fancy 1 and a fancy 3. Okay, all of those are number 13. So now for our objects, if you have stickers, bring out your small stickers and do 13 stickers of those. I don't, so I'm just going to use a marker. I'm going to draw. I don't have them with stickers with me, so I'm going to draw 13 things. Let me see what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 13 triangles today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, and 13. Good job. Now for our 10 frames, remember when we looked at that number earlier, for the 10 frames, it had one full 10 frame and then 3 more dots. So we're going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 3 more. 10, 11, 12, and 13. Good job. All right, so now get your other poster so we can do all about 14. Okay, here we go. All about 14. So we're going to write 14. It's going to be a 1 and a 4 together. So you're going to do a 1. You start from the top and you go to the bottom. For the 4, you start from the top and go to the bottom and stop right there. And then you come across. And then you come from the top and then you come down. That's how you make the 14. And this is how you spell 14. Remember, if I'm going too fast, you can pause it and write it. Take your time, okay? So it's the letter F, O, U, R, T, E, E, N. 14. Tally marks. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come across 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come across 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good job. So the number 14 can look like this, the way we wrote it, or it can be like a fancy 1 with a regular 4, or it can be a fancy 1 with a closed 4, like that. That's also 14, or like that. Okay? So that's how all of them are still number 14. They just look a little bit different. Now for my objects, like I said, you can take out your stickers or you can draw. So for now, I'm going to draw, and I am going to make a happy face. 14 happy faces. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now 4 more. 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Now we're going to go work on our 10 frames. Remember, on our 10 frames, we're going to fill out one 10 frame, and then we're going to do 4 more. So let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. One full 10 frame and then 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? All right, so that was your homework for today. So go ahead and do it. If you need to pause, if I went too fast, you can pause it and look at it and copy it, and then take a picture and send it back to me or your teacher. That was our homework. We did poster 13 and 14. Tomorrow, we'll be working on 15 and 16. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.